Pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
He'll look to throw. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards, a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance.
Oh, shit, I ain't
down their production.
I ain't did nothing new.
I dare say that this week in practice,
nah, I'll probably wait till we get the weather changing, and the weather been all fucked up.
That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flush to his right. He's going to take off.
Come on, bro.
He'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. He was
yeah,
good
my screen
decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
And the Broncos first down.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll look to throw here. He finds Corey Davis. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing we do know, he's going to get
so fucking stupid, bro.
Got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39.
He's brought down.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Forced out to his left.
Oh, I dropped the pick. Fuck.
Defense holds serve.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play.
Oh, I ain't even played that shit, bro. I played the shit practice more. I mean, one game. I ain't like the shit, so.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Yo, oh, I was on the wrong. Oh, I'm fucking up. Oh, man.
Inside the 15, a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
Fuck.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise.
Jay don't be home like that for real.
Positives moving forward. On
play action, they'll throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. Jamerson. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And all the way down the 40-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 42 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11 at the 41. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Fuck!
And heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Kamara. On the tackle there, Natrell Jamerson out of Wisconsin.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Steps away to him, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. This is the tight end fan. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
Cody Parkey on for the field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
And Parkey's kick is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you can get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Gun. They'll look to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant, and able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Jaguars, nothing.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. 2nd and 9 now. This one caught by Ridley. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Check 4, check 4. Switch.
Now Saquon Barkley Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Brought down.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from taking the lead. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6.
Makes the score Jaguars 7, Broncos 6.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he will find Davis. That's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that he can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Completes it to Fant on the right side. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's 3rd down.
And 6 yards to go.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 46. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Back to throw here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Dancing to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Carl Lawson in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 32-yard line.
Switch gears.
This is Barkley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll go to Barkley again. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 29, the 30, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Well, I think we all know the turnovers have a way of deciding games. And before you say something snarky, I realize that's not particularly astute. But in this case, how about the evidence right here in the 3rd quarter? They've got the lead, moving the football, things looking good. And then...
yeah, so now a flip on the scoreboard with that pick 6. And I don't know, the rest of this second half shaping up to be very interesting.
14, Jaguars 7.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Well, right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. It's Kamara in the passing game. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. They missed a field goal earlier, so possibly as a result, that's why they're going to try to go for it here on 4th down. They're going to look to throw. And he's got a noon one. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Denver. That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the ground, Kamara. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retained possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. It's a quarterback sneak, and I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. try to get in. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
40-yard line.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Parkey is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Same story continues. He's the only one that scored for them, their kicker, with all the points.
So now when we hear the chants of MVP, MVP, they're definitely aimed at him because he has been the only guy who's put points on the board in this game.
Kickers are always either the hero or the GOAT. So far, he's definitely the hero.
At their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run. And now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them? And do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And the Broncos get there and take him down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. On play action, they'll throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
47-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 25-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
That's good.
And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. They go play action here on 1st down. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Complete.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts.
13 yards.
And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And 10 at the 30.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They run it again with Kamara. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
He was brought down.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Now the Broncos are going to call the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Jamie Gillen now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Part of the reason we're in overtime, all the interceptions he's thrown in this game, but that was a good throw right there.
Hey, he's really not daunted, is he, partner? I mean, it's been interception palooza for him, and he's still pushing it downfield, trying to make a play.